Saraswati Namaha Saraswati 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 Namaha Saraswati Namaha Saraswati Saraswati Saraswati
How's everybody? Hope you're really well. turn that down a little bit. I don't know how loud that is on your end. How's that sounding, your end? Is it a bit loud? Is it okay? Not loud. Yeah, good.
Good.
Can you hear that all right, Hilary? Your end?
Yeah. Good to see you.
Oh, you! Oh, gorgeous! Thank you for coming. I thought it was work tonight with Saraswati vibe. We've been working through training this weekend, so yeah, I thought we'd have a little creative flow tonight with our session. So, if you have got any lavender, then so you work with lavender oil tonight, and a candle. You might need a bolster, like a comfy base on the floor. So, throwing my mind off my little ADHD brain. So yeah, so if you've got like, might want a little rug or something down on the floor, might help as well. So yeah, let's just create our little sacred nest, and then I'm going to do an intro to Goddess Saraswati. Has any of you worked with Goddess Saraswati before? Hilary, I imagine you will have done, yeah. So yes, I'm going to introduce her in a bit of a fun way tonight, and we'll have a few different visualizations and stuff as we go through. Is everybody all right? It's nice to see everyone, Rachel and Kat and Laura, Anita. Okay. All right, so let's just get our candles lit. Hi, Becky. And yeah, just land into our beautiful space. Hi, darling, you all right?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Ah, lovely. Nice to see you. All right, good. So if you just like get your candles lit, and let's just land in. I thought we'd work with lavender. Lavender is the oil of calm communication, which I think works really well with Saraswati, because she's the goddess of language. It said that she sits on the tip of our tongue to guard our words. And yeah, what I love about this goddess is she's a bit of a witch, so like a mystic, enchantress kind of vibe. So yes, I love to introduce her as we go into our meditation, and then we'll go into a little bit of movement. Have you got your card? I can see you getting your cards out. Yeah, that's her. That's the one. That's the one. Yeah, lovely. All right, so let's bring our oil in first of all. So lavender oil is actually said to be the oil, an oil of the sun. Hi, Martina. And so again, you might be beginning to feel the stirrings of spring already. I don't know if anyone's starting to feel that little shift in the energy this week, as the kapha energy actually starts to come in from Ayurvedically. So we start to move from Vata season, which was all about the wind and the cold and the blowing about. And if you are a Vata person with lightness, you might have been a bit Vata deranged, which if you have that kind of overwhelmed mind. But this week we should hopefully begin to feel that start to settle. And yeah, I've definitely been a bit more embodied, so just feeling a bit more like, yeah, I feel a bit more solid again, a bit more on the ground. The lavender oil is said to actually move down the auric field of the body, so it's a really nice one to work with. Again, if you've been feeling a bit frazzled, so you might want to just give it a little swish. I just like to give it a little swish through my field. If you don't have any oil, or you can just a little bit of movement, clapping even work to clear clear off the energy of the day, really, so that we can drop in to just to this sacred space together. So we're going to do a little grounding, and then I'll give you a little fun intro into the light of Saraswati and the shadow of Saraswati, because as an archetype, of course, they always have their shadow. So you might recognize some of this in yourself, and always find that to be quite fun when we can see how, sometimes some of these archetypes are playing out in our own field. So all right, so we're going to begin with the Chin Mudra, or the Jnana Mudra, so the Mudra of knowledge and wisdom. So we're going to bring the thumb and the index finger together. I'm sure you will have seen this mudra many times before. And we're just going to let that rest onto our knees as we land into our space, just preparing to meet this beautiful goddess. So once you are feeling nicely settled, again, how I'm kind of working a little bit more with these goddess energies as well is that you might feel like you want to move. And if, while we're sitting for a little while, if you just feel that, that inclination to move a little bit, then by all means, have a little circle in the hips, or, you might want to just weave your shoulders or whatever. So just really feel intuitively into your body, and, how she wants to, how you want to greet her, and how she's feeling. So just allow your eyes to close down for a moment, and just gather our energy inward. We'll begin to release our connections from the day. And you may have had, busyness in the day. You might have had all sorts of stuff going on. We've just had the grandkids this afternoon. They've just literally gone, so it's been chaos in here. So just letting yourself land and defrazz yourself with your breath. So just letting your breath gently move into just like a gentle flow. So we just begin to feel into this sense of the breath being this like river. Like Saraswati is a goddess of the river. She's a goddess of flow. That's what her name means. It means to flow, she who flows. So as you drop into that awareness with the breath, and again, if you do want to feel, if your body feels like it wants to flow, you might want to move in like a circle even. But just let your belly soften, and let your shoulders relax a little. And again, if you need to, just give your jaw a little wriggle to release off any tension that might be held in the jaw. Maybe even giving your tongue a little release there as well. And maybe imagine like a root or a life thread just beginning to spiral from the base of your body and down through the floor of your building, and deeper down through the foundations of the building, into the softness of the earth, and deeper down through the bones of our ancestors, down through crystals, rock, sacred waters, sacred caves, and all the way down to the very heart of our beautiful earth. And as we allow our roots to arrive there together, even though we are all in our individual spaces, we come together in community in circle. Practice and to learn. Just allowing yourself to just be present. Just be present in this moment. Let the breath call you into this moment. Letting go of any to-do lists. Any limiting thoughts about yourself. Just allow yourself to be here. And then with your next breath, just feel as if from that rooted place, you take up a little bit more space. Just let yourself expand out a little bit. As you bring your awareness to your heart space, this place we call heart, imagine at the center of your chest you have a beautiful crystal cavern filled with the most beautiful crystals and jewels that shine in the light of 1,000 suns. And as we step over the threshold of the heart, we offer to our heart, hello heart, I'm here. Hello heart, I'm here. I love you and I'm listening. I love you and I'm listening. Just take a moment to be seated in this beautiful, authentic space of the heart as we meet this lovely, fun goddess, Saraswati. To meet Saraswati, she is the mystical, lyrical, all-knowing enchantress of wisdom, of music, and of divine inspiration. If you have a creative block, she'll sweep in with her swan draped in moonlight and poetry and just download the most ethereal ideas straight into your soul. But don't be fooled by her serene white silk goddess vibe. This woman is a full-blown witchy mystic. She doesn't just speak wisdom. She weaves spells with her words, her mantras, with her incantations. She speaks sacred texts, ancient magic, and she sits on the tip of your palm to guard your words. That veena that she carries, that's no ordinary instrument. That's a sonic portal to the divine. One strum and suddenly you're in a trance, unlocking cosmic codes from other dimensions. She's not here for your basic shallow nonsense. It's all about the deep knowing, secrets whispered on the wind, language hidden in the river's song, the kind of wisdom that makes you see through illusions. It will ghost you if you are not ready for the truth. But if you are, if you surrender to her flow, because Saraswati will whisper the most divine poetry into your ear, paint visions in your dreams, and hand you the keys to your own untapped magic. So as we tap into this beautiful, magical goddess, she also holds the shadow side. So buckle up, because even the goddess of wisdom has her dark and twisty moments. Saraswati is all about knowledge and intellect and the mystical language of the cosmos. But in her shadow, you can get lost in her own mind. She becomes detached, cold, and untouchable. The kind of person who floats 6 feet above reality, too deep in her own thoughts. She may have tendencies of perfectionism. Have you ever met anybody who is so intellectual that they overanalyze everything to death, forget to feel? That is her in her shadow. So her obsession with perfection, when Saraswati falls into her darker side, she demands impossible levels of refinement. Art, music, speech, even thoughts must be pristine, flawless and unshakably pure. Nothing messy, nothing raw, nothing human. This is the shadow that turns the free-flowing river of creativity into a frozen lake, stuck, unmoving, paralysed by the fear of imperfection. So she is divine, enchanting, and full of magic. When her shadow takes over, she's the haunted scholar, the perfectionist poet, the ghostly oracle whose wisdom is too distant to touch. As you feel into this shadow side, you may even recognize some parts of that within yourself. But this is a lovely reading actually from Elizabeth Gilbert, which I think really allows us to reflect on this beautiful goddess and to really dig for this treasure of creativity that is within all of us. I believe this is one of the oldest, most generous tricks the universe plays on us human beings, both for its own amusement and for ours. The universe buries strange jewels deep within us and then stands back to see if we can find them. The hunt to uncover those jewels, that is creative within. Do you have the courage to bring forth this work? Treasures that are hidden inside of you are hoping that you will say yes. Beginning to very gently deepen your breath and allowing your awareness to gently bubble to the surface. And we're going to move into a little bit of free movement before we drop into our yin tonight, because Saraswati is all about flow and movement, and she is in the Ayurvedic tradition, is actually the essence of vata, of movement. So we're going to begin with a little movement, and then as we drop into the poses tonight, I'm going to take you through a little bit more transmission around Goddess Saraswati. So if you come onto your mats, and we're going to begin with just a little creative free flow movement. So if you start off just coming onto all fours to begin with. And we're going to move into a little sassy cat. So again, just having the knees hips. And you can tuck the toes if you like. And then once you're there, I just want you to close your eyes. And just let your body move in a way that feels. And really encouraging your body, release the intentional tightness through the not wrong way to do this. If your wrists feel a little tender, you might like to use the bolster. Pressure off.
Sorry, Andrew, I'm struggling to hear you here. I don't know if it's just me or if it's your microphone.
It might be my mic. I'll just.
Okay, thank you.
It might be the music. Well,
yeah, the music was loud, but no.
Is the music a bit loud? Let
No,
take.
you were a bit quiet.
Okay, let me just go back and see. It might be because I've moved away. See. Okay. Is that better? Does that sound a bit better? Yeah, a bit better, yeah. Okay. All right, so again, just flow through a little movement. Now, I quite like to tuck my toes under because I quite like to just give the feet a stretch. All of the leg meridians end in the feet, and so at the end of the day, it's really nice just to give the organs a little bit of juice with this little toe stretch. Now you might want to come into just like a flowing cat cow, and then into your, just your sassy cat. So just a nice creative flow. Again, just to loosen up any tension from the day. And you might like to release through your breath, and you might even like to make sound if you feel the need to. Goddess Saraswati is the goddess of sound, so she's actually also a teacher. So, if anybody is our teachers here, then she is one of our goddesses that really helps support us as teachers. Make sure that you involve your head a little bit as well, so that your neck also gets a little bit of release there too. And maybe even if you were to think about a river flowing, maybe mimicking that a little bit with your body. Again, if we have that awareness of that, the element of water, and how water always finds the easy route. So again, with that reflection on our lives, like where do we make life hard for ourselves when actually we maybe sometimes in letting go of things, we can create more ease and more flow there. All right, so we're going to drop into our first posture, which is going to be child's pose. So you can either take full child's pose, or if you want to use a bolster, you can use the bolster for a little bit of support. If you have any issues with your knees and your ankles, you can come onto your back with this into like a cradle pose. Again, just coming into a place that works for your body. And if you're coming down onto the bolster, you might have your head on one side, and then we'll move it halfway. So just nestle yourself in. And our yin poses we hold for around about 3 minutes each. And I find these postures really lovely to really contain energy and to help us conserve our energy as well. So as we drop in, again, just connecting to our breath. I'm going to move through a few different temples of Saraswati. So we're going to just come through a gentle visualization here. So as you're holding this pose, again, just let your body land in it. So there's no need to hold any tension anywhere. But just allow your body to rest there. Feeling your body as it softens and surrenders. And then maybe in your mind's eye, you might imagine yourself standing at the entrance of a magnificent temple made of pure, luminous, clear quartz crystal. It it glows with an iridescent light, shifting between shades of white, gold, and soft blue. This is the temple of Saraswati, goddess of wisdom, creativity, and divine flow. Just step forward. You notice some sub-temples within that, golden sub-temples. There are 6 of them. So these temples radiate this most beautiful, ethereal light. Doorways and each lead into a room holding one of Saraswati's divine qualities. And you're invited to explore them more. As you enter into the first temple is a temple of wisdom. So as you enter the first room, you're bathed in a soft golden light. And in the centre, an ancient scroll unfolds before you, glowing with sacred knowledge. As you gaze upon it, streams of wisdom flow into your mind, insights, understanding, and deep inner knowing. Saraswati's voice whispers to you, all knowledge resides within you. Trust your wisdom. As you take a deep breath, just feel that you begin to really absorb this wisdom into your being. Might like to head on to the side. And just flow with the breath. Quiet moment. Allow any inner wisdom to arise. A lovely affirmation: I surrender to the flow of my inner knowing. My wisdom is deep, timeless, and intuitive. Surrender to the flow of my inner knowing. My wisdom is deep, timeless, and intuitive. Taking your last 3 breaths there. I'm going to transition slowly from here back into our sassy cat again. Again, just taking your time, there's no rush. We're just going to use our sassy cat as a rebound pose. So you can either take full cat or like a creative flow, to however that feels good for you. And then our next posture is going to be Sphinx pose. So we're going to come onto our belly. And feet can be, again, just feel this for yourself. So you might want the feet a little bit wider than the hips, or you might want to pull them in a bit. Just let the top of the feet rest on the floor and the heels drop out to the sides. And the elbows are going to be underneath the shoulders. Just check that. And then the hands are extended out. You can extend the fingers a little wide as well. Now, if you're finding that the head is not happy here, you could use your bolster and bring that up a little closer so that it kind of sits. You put your hands underneath the bolster and then you can just rest your head down on the bolster. And the other alternative is to come on the elbows like a watching telly pose and just let your head rest in your hands. That can be an option too. So again, just finding that place that works for you where you can just simply let go. And as you let the heels drop out to the sides, again, just letting the lower back relax, the buttocks relax, so everything is quite calm. And then again, just tuning into the breath. Just allowing the breath to flow in and out of the body. There's no effort, just natural. As we come back to our visualization again with the eyes closed. The next temple that we enter is the temple of creativity. So to step into the second room, find yourself surrounded by instruments, paintbrushes, books. Music plays softly in the air, and colours swirl like a living painting. This is the realm of creative expression. Saraswati smile. Place the luminous veena in your hands, which is like a stringed instrument. Create freely, she says. Express your soul's song. Feeling the flow of inspiration as it begins to awaken. Just tapping into breath. Activation here as I open my heart to receive the whispers that come. I trust in the guidance of my soul. I open my heart to receive the whispers of the feminine. I trust in the guidance of my soul. And just keep bringing your awareness back to your breath. And taking your last Re-breath there. You might like to release the last breath through the mouth with a sigh and a sound. I'm just going to let your body there, belly down, so just coming off the elbows, let the arms come by your sides and just let your head rest onto one side in belly shavasana. And just letting the shoulders drop away. Let the bottoms relax. Your belly really ground to the earth. Our next posture is the banana itself. So we're going to come with grace onto our back. So again, just however you can move onto your back with the least disruption to your mind. And you might like to start off with a little cradle. So you might want to bring the knees in towards the chest to start with. And maybe just have a little rock from side to side. Now again, we don't want to cause any discomfort for the body at all with this posture. So if you've got any spine issues, then obviously just be really careful with your body with this. So we're going to extend the legs down into like a full shavasana to begin with. And then I'm going to just walk the feet off to the right side. And we're going to create like the posture suggests a banana. So we're going to take the feet to the right, then just inch the upper body to the right, and then if you bring your right hand on your belly, and then your left arm, your left hand is going to come underneath your head, and the head is just dropping towards the right side as well. Now then, once you begin to breathe, you can just feel that the breath is pushed towards the rib cage. So this is a really nice posture to begin to clear or activate really the lymphatic system, and just give it that bit of space to just begin to clear any toxins that might have been brought through the day. So as you drop again into your breath, and just feeling that sense again of being held by the earth. We'll move through the next temple, which is the temple of speech and sound. The third room shimmers with vibrating sound waves. You sense the power of sacred words, chants, incantations and poetry. Saraswati's swan glides across the space, its movement harmonizing the frequencies around you. Saraswati smiles. Your voice is a bridge between the seen and the unseen. Speak with truth and beauty. So allowing the energy of clear, divine speech to flow through your throat chakra. Feel the breath soothing as it moves over the throat. Releasing any stagnation around the throat chakra. Taking the last 3 breaths there. And gently walk the legs back to the centre and also the upper body, and then again just come back to that cradle. Just gently rock side to side. Again, just nice and slowly. Do exactly the same to the other side. Walking the upper body, the lower body towards the left side this time. Again, you might want to take the left hand to the belly and the right hand behind the head. See how that feels. Once you're settled there, just let your body soften. Really just tapping back to the breath again. And as we enter into the next room, the room of intuition and inner vision. As you enter the 4th room, deep into the light surrounds you. A pool of still water reflects your yourself. Saraswati's hand gestures towards it. Then, gazing into the water, you witness visions, symbols, guidance from your higher self. Just the wisdom flowing. Then just taking your last 3 breaths, and if you need to release a little sound, then that too. Then just gently and nice and slowly we're going to release back to the centre. Again, you can just bring your legs in and just have a rock from side to side again, just nice and slow. And then our next posture goes into the Goddess pose. And so you might like to have bolster under your knees if your hips are a little tender. If not, you don't need to do that, but it's quite nice to have a little bit of support. But if not, you can just bring the feet together and let the knees drop out to the side. You might like to have a pillow under your head as well, which is quite nice and comforting. And then you might want to just take the yoni mudra, the thumb and the index finger together on the lower belly. But like I say, if you feel like you want that extra support, then just bring the bolster under the knees in a bit more of a restorative way. You might want to cover yourself with a blanket, because we will be going into relaxation shortly, so if you do need a blanket, grab that as well. But again, just settling yourself again into your And posture, your next posture. I'm just connecting back into your breath. We enter into the next room, which is the room of flow and grace. The fifth room feels like stepping into a river of liquid light. Saraswati stands by its edge, a flowing white robe merging current. Surrender to the divine flow, and all will unfold in harmony. You step into the river, feeling the effortless grace of life carrying you. No need to force, trust, and move its rhythm. Allowing your awareness to rest with the breath. The affirmation here, true wisdom comes in silence. In the stillness of the night, your inner voice whispers the truths your heart already knows. True wisdom comes in silence. In the stillness of the night, your inner voice whispers the truths your heart already knows. Bringing your awareness back to the start. Feel the breath on the river of well-being. Breathe in, nourish the rivers in your body. Allowing energy to flow freely through. Your flow of energy. Connected to the divine, the wisdom of God. And just taking your last 3 breaths there. I'm going to gently draw the knees towards the chest again, just rocking a little, releasing the hips in a way that feels good. So Again, just quite intuitive movement. How that feels, but just really. As we enter into the last temple, we're going to drop it into Shavasana. Just let your body find that place that works best for you, whether it is on your back, it might be on your side, it might be on your belly, it might be sitting, wherever that's for you. And then start drop it into that deep, stirred, sacred rest. And just feeling the different parts of your body in contact with the ground. Have a blanket, feel the weight blanket up in there. Really inviting your body, your mind into this rest. We enter into the next temple of purity and devotion. In the final ring, see a white lotus floating mid-air. Saraswati swan bow gracefully symbolizing pure discernment. Stay true to your path. Devotion and purity will always guide you. As you take in this moment, feel a deep sense of devotion to your soul's journey. And just allowing that measure of breath to move through you. Just feeling that each breath is nourishing and calling you home. May your dreams be filled with wisdom, your heart with peace, your mind with clarity. Saraswati whispers, listen, and you will know. Beginning to bring a little awareness back to your body. Beginning to gently deepen your breath. Maybe picture a beautiful stream of golden light flowing down over your head and your face. Light flowing down through your neck, across your shoulders, down your arms, your hands and your fingers. energizing and revitalizing your arms. That light flows down through the back of the body, light showering down through the back, through the spine, across the chest, down through the belly, vitalizing and energizing as it moves. That light flows through the pelvis, all of the organs within, down through the legs, through the knees, the lower legs, all the way down through the feet to the tips of the toes. Imagine all of your cells dancing with light. As you begin to bring some intuitive and gentle movements to your body, stretching if it feels good. Just feeling your whole system re-energized, rejuvenated from the practice and ready to have a lovely night's sleep. And as you just gently maybe roll off onto one side for a moment, maybe just curl up in a little ball there for a minute. And you might like to just have a moment of gratitude for this day. And just maybe bring a moment that was beautiful to your mind. And then we're going to slowly come back to sitting again, and maybe just bringing the palms together and rub the palms together, just create a little bit of heat in your hands. And then gently cup the palms over your eyes, just letting your eyes rest into the warmth of your hands. Then just going to gently massage over our face and our head and our neck and our shoulders. And as you do this, just allow it to be as if you are approaching a dear friend. Somebody that you love very much. And then you might want to just bring your hands eventually just to a resting Anjali Mudra at your heart for a moment. And then again, just take your eyes closed and just let your awareness just drop into your heart. I'm going to close our session tonight with a reading from Tanya Markle from her She book. She's in between worlds right now. A part of her is leaving, but it's not like before. She's holding space this time, not sweating it, but breathing beyond her skin. She's good. She's even shape-shifting. The raven, the owl. She's unafraid of the bird's eye view. And unlike all those other times, she isn't scared of the unknown. She's present and neither timid nor bold. It feels beautiful like the song of a blackbird, and frightening like the rumble of an avalanche. So allowing a beautiful inner smile to rise from your heart to your face, to your beautiful eyes. And as we just bring our eyes back to the circle, to each other, and into a beautiful, restful night's sleep. I probably would take a journal to bed with you tonight. You might get some downloads. And sleep really well, everyone. Thank you for being here. I'll see you next time. Lots of love. Bye.
Bye.
Night night.
Bye. Night, night. Sleep well.